So I read a news brief on Smart News that this Strait of Hormuz is open entirely for commercial ships and everything, which is good news. And that actually sounds like the war is over. Um, I actually don't know what to say. Um, that is great news. That is great effing news. I didn't see this coming, but we have to hope that our greatest ally, quote unquote, in the Middle East don't mess this up, right? Because if it was only for the United States, I don't think we would have been in this war in the first place. And if it was only for the United States, even though we've been in this war, I think we would have had a ceasefire already. Now that the Strait of Hormuz is opened, I hope that other areas around Iran, the fighting will stop also. The killing of women and children, and we keep talking about women and children, but we also need to talk about the men and boys, the innocent men and boys. I know that there are bad people, but the homes that are being taken from families, Christians, because medias are not allowed in. And for a country that call themselves the greatest democracy in the Middle East, it's strange that we're not seeing any news outlets allowed in. And it's strange how many journalists have been unalived. The most journalists unalive in wars ever. And nobody's really talking about it, right? I know the truth will come out at some point, right? And it hurts my heart, it pains my heart because I felt so much empathy for the Jewish people after what happened to them in World War II. And the world carry that empathy for them all the way up until Gaza, October 7th, after what happened to them, October 7th, I felt like I wanted to go and fight Hamas. Hamas. I felt the pain. because all the journalists, they were allowed in at that time to show what Hamas did. But when the war started in Gaza, we weren't allowed to see what the IDF were doing. And when the bombing campaign escalated, we weren't allowed to see anything. And then I started to think, how is it that October 7th was allowed to happen in a country with the best surveillance in the world? And it was allowed to happen for so long. And then I started to see and hear from soldiers who were told to stand down. And then I realized, well, from my own thinking, from critical thoughts with the information that, I received, I'm like, no, something is wrong. But, I said all this to say that what's happening in Lebanon needs to stop. Gaza, those people need to get their country back. The West Bank, I'm seeing stuff. It's not AI. It's not fake news. The people who call themselves the chosen people, what they're doing to other people, I'm no longer in your corner. But I know that they're good people. They're good Jewish people. I work for good Jewish people who are really, really good to me. I know a lot of awesome Jewish people. I live in an area where there's a lot of Jewish people, and I work around a lot of Jewish people who do not agree with a lot of what's going on. But I hope Benjamin Netanyahu, that dude is something else. He's not Jewish. Benjamin Netanyahu is not. He's something else. And when you break it down, he's actually Russian, and Benjamin Netanyahu is not even his real name. It's time for the world to come together. And what Netanyahu has done is a lot. Saying that Israel have a right to exist while Israel is attacking everyone else. No one attacked Israel. Of course Israel have a right to exist, but Israel does not have a right to attack everyone else. Israel is the only nuclear power. No one else attacked Israel first. Come on, man. World, come on. It's time for this to stop. And America, it's time for us to stop. Stop. Stop getting involved in